So I just completed the Camino Portugues from Tui to Santiago de Campostela. It's about 100, well, officially 114 kilometers. We did a little extra, so 120 kilometers roughly, or 75 miles. I thought it'd be interesting for some people to see what we actually packed, or I actually packed, just so you have it as a future reference in case you want to do the same walk. So first of all, I should say that we had a slightly unusual situation since we are going to continue our travels next to Porto. So we had our normal sort of stuff, which we had packed into a case, like that one, which is my wife's. But we had to sort of offload most of that, or some of that, so that we could do our 5-day hike from Tui. So these cases we had shipped from our first hotel to this hotel in Santiago, and that worked out really well. We used Camino Portugues to do that, and we were a little bit nervous whether it was going to work or not, but it did. And then we sort of packed up a case, our backpacks for 5 days, and this is what we actually took. And I'm going to go through what I took, what I needed, and what I actually didn't need, sort of in order. So first of all, the backpack. It's a Gregory backpack, 35 litre. We packed everything that we needed for the 5 days into the backpack. We didn't use the Camino Portugues for transporting between hotel to hotel en route, although we could have, or maybe that would have been nice because we carried all of our stuff for the 5 days in the backpack. So this is a Gregory backpack, 35 litre, just about big enough for what we took, and it worked out fine. And there's the little shell there. Next, I bought myself a little Camino hat. That was very cap. That was very useful. Sunglasses, obviously. Next is our toiletries. I very gallantly agreed to carry my wife Elise's toiletries as well. I wouldn't dare comment on whether all those ones that she took were absolutely necessary. Suffice it to say is, if I was traveling on my own, there would have been a smaller bag. Next is a first aid kit. Just got moleskin and things like that, scissors, some stuff like that. This was really useful. We didn't use it that much. Thankfully, we didn't need to, but I think it's important to have it. I did use this yellow sort of soccer tape too, because I got a shin splint, so I wrapped up the shin in that. That was very useful. This next one, they sold this, so this brand is called Le Aron, is that right? Anyway, it came in packs of 2, so we had an extra one, which we didn't think we were going to need, but actually ended up being really useful to carry our passports and also the pilgrim passports, which I think is still inside. Let's have a look. Sorry while I do this. Yeah, perfect to carry the stamps and passports that we needed collected along the way. Next is our travel adapter. This one, Epicho, is that it? Epicho. I wouldn't particularly recommend this one. I don't really need as many plugs. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 different plugs, but actually I mainly use these things at the bottom, so I probably would look for a different configuration. Good thing about this one is it had its European the European adapter was part of it, or an attachment to it, and that was very useful. Now we're getting to things I probably didn't need. We're used to hiking in California. We always take a water bottle like this with us, but they're heavy, and frankly, on the Camino Portugues from Tui to Santiago, it's really not necessary to have or to worry too much about water. There's plenty of places along the route to buy little water bottles, and most people, it seemed like, did that. Or there's a few agua potable fountains and things as well, which you can fill up. So I think I probably would have not brought that. The next thing is these headlamps, which really were only necessary once, but they were very necessary that one time, which was we left Tui very early in the morning because we wanted to go all the way to Redondela in one shot, which is 22 kilometers, 12 miles. Is that right? Anyway, it was a long way, 8 hours. So we set off really early in the morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning. And the first part from Tui is along a path which has got no light at all. So they were actually very useful, but I think I wouldn't bring those again. The reflecting lights on the backpack for the back, which are just cycle lights, they actually were quite useful because we, even on other days we set off when it was sort of semi-dark, so they helped people see us on the roads. Next, we ordered a micro towel. Turned out we didn't need that. We stayed at hotels, not at the albergues, and any place we stayed had towels, so we didn't really need to bring that on. That's that big. And this one maybe a little surprising. Trail mix, completely unnecessary. Plenty of places along the road again to buy stuff, and we didn't even really eat any out of that. Let's go to the top row here. Got a packing cube. That was really good because it crushed all the clothes right down. Just barely fit into my backpack, but it did. So that was really useful. This is about, I don't know, 14 by 14, something like that inches. And so very, very necessary. I had another little bag like this from some hotel, I think, where I put all the dirty stuff, which I then put back into the packing cube. I had this small plastic bag, which I used for my swimsuit when it got wet one day. The one day we were able to use it. And this is the bag I use for carrying my camera equipment. But even if you haven't got any camera equipment, a small pouch, smaller than this one, would be useful. I've used it to, for one thing, to carry this blue bag here, which had the Campostela or the passports included in it. So that's all that non-clothes stuff. So then on the clothes front, shoes. Yeah, I really went backwards and forwards of whether I should bring my hiking shoes or these shoes, which are more just regular Nike general shoes. I'm not sure what they classify them as. In the end, I went with these, mostly because we're going on, as I said, to travel after this, and I didn't really want or need hiking shoes beyond this, whereas these will be very useful. Was this a good idea? I'm not sure. I didn't get any blisters, so that's good. They were very comfortable, so that's good, but they didn't offer as much support maybe as hiking shoes would. And I do have a shin splint now, which maybe, who knows, maybe I wouldn't have got if I had had the hiking shoes. But on the hiking shoes, I might have got blisters. These were just one pair of pants, shorts that I wore every day. I did wear the swimsuit one day, and one hotel had a swimming pool, so that was good. I brought a spare pair of shorts, which I didn't use or need. I had 5 pairs of underwear, definitely needed those. Then I had 4 pairs of socks. I only used 2 of them. And so that was, could have cut down a little there. Then on the shirts, so this one shirt at the top, nice shirt here, is one I use at night, slightly, got a collar, very fancy. So I use that one every night, and that's all I brought, so that was good. Then this shirt was fantastic, a synthetic shirt from REI. I suppose this is called VAR. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name of the brand, but anyway, any synthetic shirt like this is great. For me anyway, having a synthetic shirt versus a cotton shirt was night and day difference. I did wear a cotton shirt one day and I was immediately covered in sweat. It does get pretty hot on the route, or at least was hot when we did it. So the synthetic shirt were great. If I did it again, I'd bring 3 or 4 or 5 maybe synthetic shirts. And what I didn't need was all of the cotton shirts I brought, 1, 2, 3, 4, which I didn't wear at all. So that, I wore one of them, as I said, one day and realized that was a mistake. So anyway, so that's it, what I brought. All in all, it's a 5-day hike. Backpack with all this stuff is a bit heavy, so it would have definitely been good, and definitely did it again. I try and cut down some of the stuff, but it worked out. That's it. Hope that was helpful.